Hello, Mr. Mondi here, back with another video on mathematics. And today we've just continuing on with the past video, which is focusing on adding fractions. Today we'll focus on adding multiple fractions, as you see that as you go on middle school. And then we'll finish off with a question on subtracting fractions. And that is pretty similar to addition, okay? And it's the same process. All right, so we have the problem here that says 3 1/3 plus 6/9 plus 2/3 plus 3/9. And with this problem, we want to first ask ourselves, what can we do to make it easier? And the answer is to arrange or rearrange or organize. And that looks like putting numbers that look alike or have the same denominators together. So as you can see here, when we look at it carefully, the first number is 3 1/3, and that mostly looks like 2/3. Okay, yes, this one has a 3 in front, but we want to focus on the fractions, okay, because that will tell you what it looks like. Because when we focus on fractions, we want to focus on denominators, which is very essential. So that's what we can rearrange first. So it's going to be 3 1/3 plus 2/3, and then we'll continue on with plus 6/9, and that corresponds with 3/9. Okay, so we rearranged it. Now we can continue on with the addition part, and with adding, just like we did with the grouping, okay, we go one by one. Okay, so we start off with the first grouping, and we look at the fractions first. So we have 1/3 plus 2/3. Okay, we have the same denominator, so we don't have to worry about it. Just go ahead and add. So 1 plus 2, I'm giving you the answer there. 1 plus 2 gives you 3. So it's going to be 3/3. 3/3. And then we'll bring down our other 3 because that's also part of it. You know, we can even add a plus sign there because it's together. Okay, then we'll continue on, add our big plus sign there to connect the rest. So we have 6 plus 3, and 6 plus 3 gives me 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 goes at the top, and then 9 goes at the bottom. Okay, now just take a minute and look at this new numbers and see what you notice. Okay, and this is something that many can struggle with because they don't see it often. And so continuing on, we have a 3 here, but then here we have 3/3, and 3 divided by 3 makes 1. So I can just put an arrow here just to help me out and just put 1. Okay, and then I put my small plus sign there because we had an addition of 3 there. And then lastly, we have 9 divided by 9, and that gives me 1. So my answer would be coming from 3 plus 1 plus 1 more, which gives me 3, 4, 5. So my answer is 5. Okay, I didn't end up with a fraction this time. Sometimes you will end up with a fraction, but other times you might not. Okay, we might have gotten one single digit number. Okay, all right, so that's that problem. You can look at that work right there. All right, the next type of problem that we can do is focusing on subtraction. And subtraction, like I said before, is very similar to addition. You gotta find the same common denominators, then you go ahead and subtract or go ahead and add. So with this, we have the problem of 7 2/3 minus 3 1/4. So I go ahead and find my common denominators with the fractions here, okay, because we don't have common denominators. So what I can do is write the fraction on the side. We have 2/3, and then we have 1/4. And the way I'd like to look at this is, because there's multiple ways to find your common denominators, but the way I like to look at it is by thinking sharing is caring. And so what's going to happen is the first fraction, 2/3, is going to share its denominator with 1/4. okay, and then 1/4 is going to do the same thing, okay, because they're trying to end it with a similar goal, okay. So here, the 2/3 is going to share 3 over here times 3 times 3, okay, and then vice versa, times 4 times 4. Now watch what happens. From here we have this becomes 8, this becomes 12. Bingo. Okay, so we got denominator of 12. Now let's see what happens here. We have 3 over 12. And that's exactly what we want with the denominator. So it became 12, 12. Okay, so from there we can go ahead and proceed with our subtraction because this is a subtraction problem. So then we can write this on the side here, 8/12 minus 3. Minus 3 over 12. And then find my answer. So just look at that and think about it by yourself. So we have 8 minus 3. And we know that 8 minus 3 is 5. And the bottom always stays the same. So that will be just 12. And yes, I might think that this is my final answer, but it's not, because if I go back up here, we forgot the whole numbers. So we have to do the whole numbers. You can do this in your head. You can write it down if you wanted. So you could do 7 minus 3, because that's not complete yet. So on the side, on the bottom here, I can write 7 minus 3 and find my complete answer. So think about it, 7 minus 3. If you have a hard time with subtraction, you can start from 3 and try to get to 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my answer is 4. So 4 here. So now I get that 4 because that's going to represent my whole number. So my answer will be 4 and 5/12. Bingo. That's subtracting numbers. And not specifically just numbers, fractions or mixed numbers. Okay, so that's my solution, that's my answer, and that's how you get to it. So just go ahead and pause the video at any time and just look at how we got those numbers to fulfill that answer.